guess this is probably the first of too many press conferences leading up to the game, but I guess it's been a week or so since we've talked about it, so I make ourselves available here for a little while, and hopefully everybody has a Merry Christmas. Anyway, just excited again about the opportunity here to play a great Florida team. Urban Meyer and his whole staff have done a great job there, and very talented team when you look at them, the speed and the skill. Really in all parts. You look at them offensively, they've got guys spread around in all positions that can run and are big-time players. And, of course, their quarterback, Tim Tebow, one of the best in the country. And then defensively, same thing, a lot of skill, a lot of speed on defense. Up front, their front seven, you really see it. And but solid in everything that they do, scheme-wise. And then special teams, again, just everything they do is, you can tell, is detailed. They're well thought out, their schemes and all that they do. So it's a big challenge, but an exciting one at that, and we're looking forward to the challenge of it.
Coach, all the players who talked to you today, the theme is a business trip. They're sick of seeing the little trailer on ESPN of 0 for 4 BCS, very business-oriented.
Well, it needs to be, and obviously that's that's their focus, and you don't get that many opportunities at these. You've got to take advantage of it. These seniors, we've got a pretty good group of them. Will be their last opportunity. So we've had good practices. I know yesterday was a very intense and spirited practice going against each other, and looking forward to the same thing today.
Bob, everybody seems to have their own version of the story of what they do. Could you talk a little bit about Florida's and if anything's unique about what they do?
Offensively, a lot of what they do, you see it. It's almost like they're in the wishbone. Tim Tebow's the quarterback. They motion guys in, and they're running the zone read, the option off of it. So you've got to account for. Just like the days of, defending the wishbone. They're going to run the veer inside. He's going to pull the ball, and then the quarterback's going to have it with the blocker in front of him or a guy to pitch. So, you have all those principles, and they do it well. You've really got to be disciplined when you defend them.
Bob, a lot of people around the country have been talking about Florida's speed on offense and saying, well, it's going to be tough for anybody to match up. In fact, haven't you consistently built your defenses on a foundation of speed?
Definitely. I know we've been called a lot of things, but slow isn't usually one of them. So anyway, that's probably fair to say. We have matched up well, with people who have speed, and hopefully we'll be able to do it in this game. They do have excellent skill positions, but you look at them too. The bread and butter of what they do is the run game, is up inside and running the ball with, giving it dive, the veer up inside, or the quarterback keeping it, and that's a large part of what they do.
You talked about this back in September. You mentioned that you thought you saw something in this team's attitude, and you had the example of the way they persevered after the Texas game. Has that been something that's been very constant throughout the year?
They have. They've been a really fun team to coach in that they've just really you really feel they're listening to you, and then you also feel their self taking ownership of their attitude and of what the team's character and how they've conducted themselves, whether it's in practice or preparing for games or going to the game. They've taken a lot of ownership themselves on how they're playing.
Bob, with DeMarco out on kickoff returns, who do you have some idea?
Well, we'll have, Joaquin Iglesias has always done it, and Moses Madu, Chris Brown, Manny Johnson, all those guys have done it before, and we'll obviously miss DeMarco. He's an excellent return specialist on top of a great running back and receiver as well.
How nice is it, though, to have a third-string running back who can come in and, I know you'll miss DeMarco, but he's capable of filling in without missing much of a game.
Yeah, Moses has consistently played through the year and played well, and we've got a lot of confidence in him and really like how he's played. So he's going to need to step up, and he and Chris both. But really not fair to DeMarco to say it's not significant. He's a great player, and so you wish you had him.
Seems like you guys have, we'll lose running backs. Adrian Pearson goes out, Alan Patrick comes in. Patrick goes out, Chris Brown comes in. You seem to have had that the last few years. And
we have. I'm sorry. Yeah, what are you going to do? These guys get hurt. You got to, no one feels bad for you. You got to play the next guy. But I guess what you were getting to is I feel fortunate we've had quality players, that have stepped up and have really answered the call in a lot of those situations. When we've had guys go down, the other guys stepped up and played well for us and taken care of the football too.
I'll talk about your ability to consistently attract those kinds of guys, where you see some places where they're searching for that back, but you guys, since you've been here, have always seemed to attract a guy, even though you already got somebody in place.
Yeah, I guess, we have run it well and had success with our backs, that it is attractive recruiting-wise for players, to want to be here. I think, though, too, Coach Gundy's done a great job of developing those guys, too, in how they play, taking care of the ball, and how they play. Being in that, some of them may not have been the most high-profile recruits, but when you watch their production and how they've played through their time here, have really played well. So I think, too, those guys, and how they've done a nice job coaching them and using them, that they've, we've played to their strengths and allowed them to be productive.
How do you think you'll make up for the loss of Granger, particularly since you mentioned the inside running of Florida?
Yeah, it's again, DeMarcus as well as a strong physical presence inside, and you miss that. There's nothing you could do about it. His back really, he's really feeling much better now, and it's all gone well, and so we're happy for him for that. But you do miss him. He's probably our most physical run guy. Up inside, but those other guys now just have to step up and play well, and we have played without DeMarcus, several games this year when that back has flared up. We thought he was going to play in a Big 12 championship game and got out there and just couldn't do it.
If you looked over those past BCS experiences, no one's analyzed it more than you do. Any changes, major changes in preparations?
You can change. But nothing guarantees success. I think in the end you're playing other championship teams, and you've got to play well. If you turn the ball over or you don't play well, you're not going to win. In the end, we'll change some things scheduling-wise and all, but what worked for us in the 2000 and in the Rose Bowl didn't work the next time. So so now what did work now doesn't work. So what do you do? Is there any specific any magical formula to it? No, I don't think so. We'll adjust. Hopefully, just in whether it's, little things with practice and meetings, and hopefully we get out there, we'll take care of the football and play better.
Well, what kind of relationship do you have with, or history with, Urban Meyer, seeing that both you guys from Ohio?
Yeah, where he grew up in Ashtabula was about an hour from my home in Youngstown. In fact, we used to load the couple of cars up, and our family would meet a bunch of our extended family and cousins, and we'd vacation at Geneva on the Lake, which is about a mile from where Urban grew up. But I didn't run into him there. So anyway, we just got to the relationship really began when Urban was considering taking the Florida job. He called me. He wanted an unbiased opinion, just about the job, and so he called me, and we started to talk, over a couple of days, just about what my experience was like there, and what the possibilities were, and heck, talk him into taking it. Might have been better off than not, but no, I'm just kidding. But anyway, we had some conversations, and since then, we've, on different times have kept up with each other, phone call here or there, run into each other at different times, coaches convention or in New York, those kind of things. So, but he does a great job.
Coach Myers from Ohio. You just played a coach in the Big 12 Championship from Ohio. Is there anything about Ohio molding all these college football coaches?
There's a lot of coaches from Ohio. There's no question. I think football is important there. Everyone knows that from the littlest leagues, on through grade school, high schools. There's a lot of quality coaching. There's a lot of population throughout the state of Ohio too. I think, and because of that, and all the bigger cities and all the number of schools, there's a lot of competition that fuels that. And so anyway, but there are a great number of coaches and successful coaches that have come from Ohio.
Another Ohio coach won a big bowl game Saturday night.
Yeah, he did. It was exciting. Really happy for Mike. They played well, and it was exciting to see. Even not that you want to see it, but they fought through some adversity there in the second quarter, beginning of the third, and came out and still won a good game against a really good team. BYU's a excellent team and how they've played all year, so it was a good win for them.
Is anybody ineligible academically for this game?
No.
So you'll have everybody?
Yes.
Except for the injured that you mentioned.
Right. And, and we, again, are hopeful that Alan Davis and Austin Box will be back. We're hoping that, here fairly soon.
Has Austin been able to do team
He's,
work yet?
no, not practicing yet. He's conditioning and lifting, doing some things like that, so he's getting closer.
Sam have his cast off? Is he back taking
He
stabs?
still has his cast on, but they'll reduce it here after the holidays to a splint that similar to what he played in the Big 12 championship game. Yes.